Three wars. I lived the three wars. 2008, 2012, and 2014. The worst part of the three wars is getting out of the houses, especially at midnight, without any warning. Just the attacks start boom, 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 boom over here and there, and you just have to run in the street, not knowing where you're going, not knowing what's going on, not knowing who's alive, who's dead, who's injured, just run for your life. I think it was the Eid, yes, it was the Eid, the first day of Eid al-Fitr after Ramadan. Well, I know that from the news that something is going on. There is a kind of like starting like some attacks here and there. So I was watching the news more often than other days, and around 2 o'clock in the morning, I started receiving some messages that they are starting to attacking on my town. They were not bombed directly. The attack was just right near their house. She died and her 3 kids died. It's really sad because many people, many politicians and people say that the attacks usually it happens on those who are fighters, or let's call them, as they call them, terrorists. But the fact is, for example, my cousin and her husband, he's a math teacher. He's a math teacher. He had nothing to do with what's going on. These kids, my cousin as well, they have nothing to do with what's going on. They are not supportive of any organization or any political parties and so on in Gaza or even outside of Gaza. They are just like innocent civilians who wants to live and to have a peaceful life. And they are just gone right now. And the father right now, he doesn't know what to do. For him, he's saying that life is over for him. It's over. Like, it's really, really, really sad. Like most of the time, I'm trying not to even to think about it. Where should they go? I mean, Gaza again is 360 kilometers square. Where the hell they should go? When we are talking about a tower that contains 80 flat, where can an 80 flat, 80 family, where can they go? Okay, maybe we can empty one tower, and then what about the next tower? What about the next village? About the other village, where can they go? It's impossible to say that that those people, here's a house over here that contain there's someone is politician or a fighter, then all the village have to evacuate. Then I think we should evacuate all Gaza. The mistakes that usually happen in the last 3 wars, of course, it will not be the same in this war. I mean, people and also the fighters, they do learn from their mistakes. That's a fact. And it's obvious, when the war started, none of the politicians, none of the fighters, they are at their homes. It's obvious. Everybody knows this. And they are not even on the street. We all know that they are down. and they cannot be reached. So whatever they are bombing houses, that near these houses there are innocent civilians, you need to understand that who will get hurt are the innocent civilians, not the politician that's against you, and not the fighter who's fighting you at the moment. Politician, I don't care what's going on between them, but I do care that we don't want to be just tools in their hand. When they don't agree, both of them, then we are the price. We pay the price for their mistakes and for the disagreement that they have. They can sit together and talk and figure this out. Two-state solution, one-state. I don't care. Really, I don't care. I just care that we want to live. It's enough. I mean, it's been generations and decades. It's too much. Okay, and what then? After that, after this war, what will happen? We have a ceasefire right now. They will say, okay, a ceasefire. Okay, and then what? Israel will go back to prepare for the next war, and we will go back to prepare for the next war. What is the solution? None. Yeah, they keep sending me photos of what they are doing, of everyday thing. I had a plan this summer. I don't see it would happen, but I had a plan this summer. After I graduate, I was planning to go to Egypt, and I was hoping my family would be able to go to Egypt and meet them in Egypt for the first time after 6 years. That was the plan, but I don't see it happening at the moment. I'm not saying that I'm hopeless. I have hope, but I'm also a logical person, and the logic says it's impossible. That I don't want to go back to Palestine, to Gaza, and I don't want to go back is because I never want my family. I never want to have a family to live the way that I lived, or to happen to them what happened to me, or to happen to them what's happening right now over there for the families. I say that most of the time I'm not a disabled person. I hate to think of that I am. I hate to think of the reason why I am. Things that I cannot do, I just say I cannot do because I just don't want to do it. I think of it as a disease happened to me, or I was born like this. I don't want to think of it as it was an attack. I don't even want to tell that it was because of that. Because if I do, and if I keep thinking about it that way, it will not bring peace. It will just bring hate and violence. And that's not what we want. We want to end this. To end it, stop talking about it. Talk about peace, and peace will come.